Michael, Shawn, and the Takeover Legends, where the truth hurts, but also makes you laugh.
Baby, tap in. Tap, tap, tap.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is Friday. I'm a few minutes late, still trying to add some content, get some videos for y'all. One of them, for some reason, would not cooperate. It is my twin prom night. So we got a full hour. Gotta go get me a little shape up, pick up cousins. It's going down. All my parents out there who ever been through a prom. My oldest had her prom, obviously. And now we on to this. So we got things to talk about. Let's get to the good mornings. Let's get everybody in here. Y'all already been chit-chatting. Y'all already done told each other good morning. RG Parker in the building. Afro Queen in the building. Miss Clark. Ashley Newman's in the building. Miss Clark, definitely going to get back to you. Putting the vision together for our Takeover Legend retreat. The Takeover Legend retreat weekend. The weekend of August 10th. We're going to make that happen. We're trying to put everything together. I know it's not going to be easy. We got plenty of time, but I want to give y'all plenty of time to make your arrangements. How you going to get in here? If you're going to stay the whole weekend? Is it going to be a weekend festivity? Are we going to have the meet and greet? Or y'all going to be rocking out at the meet and greet as y'all get your drink?
If you see me and you trying to see what's up, he wanna fuck with me, then I'ma have him stuck.
Is that what we going to be doing? Hey, what up, girl? What up, homie? So we got to get that together. We got to get that working. We got to get that popping. Let me get my energy up. It's a Friday. It's also Memorial Day weekend. If y'all got barbecues going on in the South Jersey area, hit me on my Instagram at Mike Shawn Comedy. I'm there. Ain't no fights this weekend. Ain't no boxing matches. Just a celebration. After my twins get done with their prom, it's Memorial Day weekend. So if you got some festivities that you would like to share, anybody got something popping off at the crib, or there's an event, even though today there's a happy hour, what am I going to a happy hour for? But I go to support, not too far from me, but I don't know if I'm going to get off in time after doing everything, sending the girls off to their prom. So I don't know. But after that, we're good to go. At Mike Shawn Comedy. DM me on Facebook. You already know. Send that message. Be like, yo, we got this going. If you like to stop by, I'm there. I'm there. Now, after I get off work Saturday and Sunday, but I'm there. I'm good. I'm in the building. And let me see. What other? Did I miss somebody's comments? I got Afro Queen. Good morning. Miss Parker, morning back at y'all. Prom day. Thank you. Then graduation. Oh boy. All right, let's see where we can start. I tried to get this content with Charlemagne, and Charlemagne's been doing this interesting thing, promoting his book. That's not the interesting, because that's what you do. But going on the View, CBS morning show, and people have been pressing him to endorse Joe Biden. And there are a lot of people who will say, I'm going to vote for Joe Biden, but I'm not going to endorse and use my platform for Joe Biden, because we have a dilemma. And Friday is a light day. We just have fun on Friday. Friday's a light day. Charlemagne made some valid points, and that's why I wish the video, let me see if the video loaded. Because I hate paraphrasing when I could just play Charlemagne saying what he has. It's still not in here. Let me see. No, still, for some reason. I don't know why I still didn't come in there. But basically, he said, I've sat there and told you who's a threat to democracy. I've told you, and that being Donald Trump, I've told you I'm not voting for him. I'm voting for Joe Biden, but they don't want to do the endorsement. Why? Because we're still pissed off. And there are a lot of people pissed off. It shouldn't have come to this. It shouldn't have come to, we need your help. Dog, this whole party had freaking 4 years to get this right. And I'm not saying they haven't done things. I know y'all will talk about student loan and we could talk about unemployment, and those are important things. The only problem is we don't live in a country that's based on facts anymore. I used to have this argument with people all the time that I hate the term perception is reality. I hate that term because to me, that's a term that was made up probably by somebody in the 40s or the 50s who was a reporter who didn't want to find out about you, but they just wrote stuff based on a perception. And everybody ran with it. Perception is reality. What a perception is in this country is that Donald Trump, not only is he a threat to democracy, but to his core base, he's the change. He's not scared of the government. He'll go against it. Well, that includes the Constitution, but he'll go against it. And we saw the propaganda machine in the last election. And it's like nobody learned their lesson. That the propaganda that's being spread is being spread so thoroughly and so consistently. And it has nothing to do with facts. And there's a chance you're going to lose an election because your machine didn't fight back. So now the perception is out there. We know this man organized an attack on the Capitol, an insurrection. We know. But the propaganda they spread still keeps going. Still keeps going. And if a party doesn't fight back as systematically and as strategically and as consistently every day, you're not going to be heard. And there are a lot of people who are undecided, because why? We live in a country that is full of just looking at a perception, looking at a caption, looking at an Instagram post, looking at a TikTok post, looking at a Facebook post, and that's all they need to veer off because ain't nobody got time to research anything. Because as many things at tools that we have to research, we would rather just get the quick fix instead of finding out the facts. So now we're in a jam. And I'm not, listen, now, once again, we know what goes on every election. They come to the people that they forgot about for the 3.5, 4 years, and they come running. Donald Trump was in the Bronx. He ain't winning New York. He's in the Bronx doing a rally. He got rappers coming on there in the Bronx. We know Donald Trump will never visit the Bronx ever again. But it's the propaganda machine that somebody has to fight back on. Let me see how colorful your sneakers are, Mike. I do have sneakers that match this orange right here. They're upstairs. But but this is, and the dilemma is, even though we don't research, there are people on social media that will put stuff out like this. And this is where things get damaging because I'm going to show you a clip where they talked to Trump back in the day. Young Trump. Still the guy who didn't want to rent his properties to anybody who wasn't white. Same person who was still grabbing women by the vagina. Same person who was probably still allegedly extorting people. Same elitist, privileged, arrogant bastard. But I'm going to show you this clip. And this is what I mean about fighting back, because this is why people don't want to endorse Joe Biden. They're going to vote for him. But we have problems with the inconsistency that goes on. So I'll play this clip for you and y'all watch it. And this is part of the reason small part why we have a problem right now.
I'm into women more than men. I mean, you know, I'm all for guys that like men, but it's just not my thing.
Right. You really
I
like
never really
women.
understood that.
What? Guys that like guys?
Well, I think it's
that's not
terrific
you.
if they're really into it, but, you know, and if I were into it, I'd be into it, but I like women. That's my definition.
Support gay marriage?
No, Barack Obama nor I support redefining from a civil side what constitutes marriage. We do not support that.
Women-wise?
This is why there's a problem. Because you can't make all this stuff disappear. And I'm not voting for Trump. I'm not trying to be pro-Trump. I'm trying to say even on gay marriage, this is what gets put out there, these clips. Joe Biden and Obama weren't the only ones against gay marriage, but they were. And you think Trump gives a damn about the community, the LGBTQ? I'm sorry, I never get those letters right. He don't care. Just a weird situation. This is going to be, and I've said this, and I've said this, and I've said this. This will be the ugliest election in my lifetime. I'm 53. It's going to be the ugliest. I don't look forward to what's about to go down. I don't look forward to the process of going to vote. I don't look forward to the night of the election when CNN and Fox and NBC are running their MSNBC are running their propaganda machines to the highest level, and they'll turn it all the way up. And that guy will be sitting there telling you, this is what's happening in this state, and he needs this state, and this is the line of victory here. They need to get this. I don't even want when Donald Trump beat Hillary Clinton for the presidency. I don't ever want that anxiety again. I don't want that anxiety again, but it's coming, and it's coming in a bigger way. We will in November find out how divided this country really is, and it's not going to be pretty. And there's nobody who you see, who you have an idea, maybe that person can bring this country back together again. And hey, we're having a retreat August 10th. We're all coming together. And you got to enjoy life because, and I don't want to depress y'all on a Friday, but this shit is about to get super ugly, yo. This is about to be boy, man. And I get it. They're reaching out to every celebrity, like, come on, just do us this favor. Work with us. I'm stressed, y'all.
Jones barbecue and foot massage. Jones barbecue and foot massage. Better come down here, get some of this shit. You like to eat. America loves to eat.
Whenever I'm stressed, I gotta play that. Sexy Mo has entered the building. Let me get the applause ready, ladies and gentlemen. Sexy Mo is in the building. You are, my bad. What up, girl?
Inside the club, I'm outside the club. Good morning.
You're in the club, mama. You're in the club. All right, we were just talking about real quick. Charlamagne is going on a book tour, and he's being pressed on The View, being pressed on CBS for not endorsing Joe Biden, which he said he's going to vote for Joe Biden, but he will not endorse Joe Biden. And I was just explaining that we have a problem, not with Charlamagne, but we have a problem with finally everybody realizes that both parties, that this party has dropped the ball for 4 years. And now the Hail Mary is, let's go get our Black and Hispanic folks and see if they can pull this. Oh, and Black women, let's go get them and see if they can save the day. And
heavy on the Black women.
Heavy on the Black woman. And
like most things done on our back, but go ahead.
Go ahead. Shut up. See, Chung is in the building.
No, I'm saying most things in this country has been done and accomplished on the back of Black women. But go ahead.
Yeah, and what I was saying was, unfortunately, we're not dealing in facts. This country doesn't deal in facts anymore. So you can put a laundry list of things that Joe Biden, you think that the Democrats have done during his And America doesn't care because we're so blinded by the perception of the propaganda that gets spread. And my problem with the Democrats is why y'all knew this when y'all lost the first election against them. Then y'all knew this when it was the closest election ever the second time. And y'all haven't fought back to shoot this down, to put everybody. Donald Trump was in the Bronx. He was in the Bronx yesterday. He knows he can't win New York, but he was in the Bronx with a bunch of rappers who he brought up. And I know it doesn't mean anything. And I know every political person, yeah, that doesn't mean nothing. It does.
He's right now, he's on what I call the Chitlin circuit. Okay.
Yes.
He was in Atlanta, Georgia, and inside of Chick-fil-A. And Pat, he said, free milkshakes and chicken for everybody. And you had, black folk in there shucking and jiving. Oh, we love you. We love you. You one of us. No, he's not.
But you know who the black person was, though, right?
Yep. Go ahead.
She was a fake. She was a stand-in.
Yeah, but they implant them. The tactics.
It's been exposed and everything. She's a Trump supporter.
I was still, it's still the imagery and going to the point what you said, the propaganda of it all, right? You got folks who don't even know what he stands for or what Joe Biden stands for, but the propaganda of it all, they feed into it. And so right now, Trump is on a Chitlin circuit. He going to all the black folks. He want all the black folks. He said the sneaker. We're gonna put out this marvelous sneaker, and they are gonna love it because they love their sneakers, right?
Yeah, and then Fat Joe bought a pair.
I ain't gonna lie, I tried to get a pair myself.
But why?
No, not to wear, of course, but
But why even put the money into that situation that is going to basically fight his defense?
Because later on in life, I know it's gonna be worth a lot of money. Like, them sneakers is gonna be worth. They was only 77 pairs or 177 pairs made or something like that. So
if there was a Klan sneaker that was gonna be worth money, you would have bought the Klan sneaker too.
Yeah.
The investor, I tell you.
Hey man, yeah. I mean, look, they got people that buy there's people that buy Nazi old Nazi relics and stuff. You know what I mean? Shoot, there's a Jewish guy
but the person when you buy the Nazi
Mm-hmm.
product, you're not supporting a Nazi who's running for the presidency. There's a big difference from buying memorabilia and supporting somebody who just led an insurrection.
Well, later on, hopefully I'll be supporting my family with it. You know what I mean? When we go to sell it or something, you know what I mean?
Well, if Trump gets into office, we're going to have a lot more to worry about than the economy. Because I swear, I feel like I have these visions of him being in his bathtub playing Battleship America and eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Should I push the nuclear button and push the code? That's what I envision. I feel like he has such a he's so enamored with himself and with the power of what he thinks of himself that I think that we're in a lot of trouble. People are saying, oh, he's going to be great for the economy. Trump don't care about nothing but his pockets.
When you buy, you're not buying memorabilia. You're buying something to support somebody who's trying to literally become a dictator. And whatever financial gain you think you may get from it, the fact of the matter is you won't get that financial gain when there's a dictator in office.
But see, I don't think he's selling that for support for money because I don't think he needs it. Billions of dollars, you know what I mean? I think he's selling it to try and get more of a black vote, or you know what I mean? That's what I think. He doesn't need campaign fund, money.
No, he actually does. He actually does need campaign funding money.
I mean, if he wants, he can fund his own.
No, he actually can't right now because in order to do it, it's $1 billion industry to fund a campaign. It's over $1 billion that you have to raise. He can't right now throw $1 billion anyway. He can't even pay the lawsuits that he lost.
The liquid assets.
Man, that's
you're talking about the liquid assets.
This thing that he's a smart man. Okay. All right.
No, I ain't say he's a smart man. I just, he knows how to do conniving tactics. Look who his mentor was.
But
One
that's
of
what
the
I'm
most
saying.
evilest men in politics, the
And you
devil
just
himself.
but you just supported him by sending you didn't support him, but you would have supported him if you could have got a hold of it. So how do you say he's this devil, but I will put money in his pocket no matter what it's for?
I mean, just being, for the memorabilia part, that's why I would get it. Of course, it might be wrong and everything. I hate to say it, but
Ooh, boy.
shoots,
You must got a museum over there. Are you a collector's collector? Like you
am
collect
I?
and invest?
Am I?
I got my eye
Yeah.
on you, C Chung.
Shoots, I got.
There's more to C Chung than we know.
I just paid almost $800
Let me find out you got a Lego collection too.
I'll be worried about
what?
this. But listen, we got a game called Lies Detected. This is where I play somebody who says their thing, not necessarily a rant. It could just be something that to speak upon. And this one happens to be Amber Rose. So I want y'all to be open-minded. Okay? I know once I said Amber Rose, y'all already grabbed your phone or got on your laptop and y'all already want to throw the comments in. I get it.
No, I love Amber Rose.
But I thought this was pretty revealing. And I thought it was pretty transparent on her. She's another one who has jumped out the window for Donald Trump. So here's Amber Rose and her life and her struggles. Y'all tell me what y'all.
To be a wife.
Wow.
Like I was bred to survive. So I feel like most of my life I've been in survival mode. And even when I was a wife, I was still in survival mode because I didn't know how to get out of survival mode. So I was always capable of love, but my first priority was to survive. And so I put that first, which I guess is okay, but I think I missed out on breathing and kind of like, when you go to summer camp and they're like, okay, if you fall, we're going to catch you.
Yeah.
I never fell and expected anyone to catch me. I always caught myself.
All right. So when she started, she said, I wasn't born to be a wife. I wasn't bred to be a wife. Now we have a therapist on here. So Amber Rose says this, and your thoughts. Put your therapy hat on. Put your therapy hat on. Don't put your I was at the club hat on. Don't put your I'm organizing a function. I'm hustling up. I'm selling merch. I'm doing all. This is your therapy hat. When you hear her, what are your thoughts on what she says? Her being in survival mode.
I think that I identify with what she's saying, and I'll tell you why. And I think she said that. Did she say all or most Black women are in survival mode?
Mm-hmm.
I'll do you one better. Most Black men and women operate in survival mode.
Mm-hmm.
And that is a generational, trauma thing that I talk about a lot. You have a lot of women or young women look at their mothers, their grandmothers, their aunts, and the women who came before them, and thought that was the normalized way to be. And so, growing into their own and growing into their womanhood, that is exactly what they actually come to do. Everything is think of for instance, I'm pretty sure C Chung, Mike, you've been told at one point or another, nobody's gonna save you. You got to save yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can't depend on nobody. Experiences sometimes teach us that, right? Mm-hmm. So if you're a Black woman living in America who wasn't brought up on privilege, you are definitely probably going to have that survival mode, always in survival mode. The dysfunction comes in a lot of times when you transition into a relationship with somebody and get married, and don't trust them enough, or have the ability to trust them enough to know that now you're not doing it on your own. No, you're no longer in survival mode. You have a mate now, that, not to say carry your emotional burden, or the emotional baggage that you bring, but can definitely, excuse me, you're right. When you're raised in love or survival, it's a huge question to be asked when entering a relationship, which this is like, it has multiple layers to it. I'm reading some of the comments. It has multiple layers to it. Because you're right. When you're raised in love or survival, it's a huge question. When you come together with somebody, they may have been raised in love, and that may be foreign to the person that they come and join together with. So if I'm always in survival mode and you grew up privileged, you grew up being loved on, you grew up with great imagery about what love looks like, what support looks like. I may not identify with that. That may look strange to me. I might fight it. I might not embrace it 9 times out of 10, which causes huge relationship problems.
Right.
So I think, go ahead.
So maybe I was about to get mad at C-Chung, but maybe buying the Trump sneakers was just his being in survival mode. It could just, maybe it was him being in survival.
Exactly, yeah. For later on down the line, Hey,
we all are in survival mode. We all operate in survival mode at work because it's a dog eat dog world, right? We do it, even sometimes people do it in relationships. I'm going to get you before you get me because I don't trust nobody. And then we talk about the dysfunction of it.
No, those are definitely, and I think with Amber Rose, I met Amber Rose a few times. She was always pleasant. She was always a nice person. I always had a problem with the slut walk, even though I got where she was trying to go. But I always had a problem with it because, once again, you're not really explaining the slut walk, and these young girls are seeing this and thinking it don't matter how many, and it doesn't matter how many bodies you have on your thing. It doesn't. It shouldn't. But we don't want to enhance, because a lot of people, and men do this too. That slut walk bothered me because I know it triggered something in me where I knew the people you were knocking down, you weren't doing it because you really wanted to have sex with them, but there was something else leading you into this activity. There was something else where you were being this reckless that had you. There was something you were still recovering from, and it wasn't. And then it's played out. So when you see these girls, and they were young girls, it was in Dallas. They had a slut walk. And I was like, this is so irresponsible. But when I see her do this, when I see her speak like this, it makes me understand more. Oh, I can see why you're trying to fight this slut stereotype that you have. Your survival mode is, well, let's make it that you can't shame somebody, which you shouldn't shame somebody. But the fact of the matter is, if you are doing this, there's a reason why you're doing this. And that's the problem that I have with it. They never explained that. Why are we so promiscuous?
Yeah, it wasn't even just based on promiscuity. It was also based on, like you said, the preconceived notion that if a woman dresses a certain way, she must be this, or certain things that people say, or certain things that people say in the hood or in certain cultures. Oh, she must be this. So I think
what is the whole definition behind the slut walk?
The whole slut walk. I don't want to say concept because I don't want to put words in Amber Rose's mouth, but just going back to stop shaming women for being for whatever they choose to be, whatever they choose to wear, whatever they choose to do. Stop shaming women because we don't do it to men. And I think that was an embracing, I guess they were saying embracing femininity, embracing women being able to choose and not be judged for it.
I don't know what side to take on this, because when you say don't shame people, unfortunately, they are things that you do that you are going to be looked upon differently. And once again, what I say, what's right and what's real. What's real is that I do get judged and treated differently, and I'm not going to do a protest walk if you see me with the name tag in the UPS store shirt on. If you see me walk off a stage after killing it at a comedy show, your perception of me is different than I ask you if you want to overnight or do you want to a second day air.
All right.
So and I don't want to go down that rabbit hole. The whole dressing and the whole slut thing. There is a situation where if you use your body as your product and use your body as your number one standard on that is my number one asset, you're going to be looked upon in a certain way.
Right.
But I think that was the whole, that was part of the premise of the thought behind doing the slut walk was that, okay, yes, I'm in the industry. Yes, I date men from the industry. Yes, I have a child by a man in the industry. Yes, I used to be a stripper, but I'm not. I'm not a slut. Like, stop slut shaming me. Stop saying that I'm trash because of, this is my lifestyle. So I think that she, again, that too had many layers, because it wasn't just one directional to say about people's clothing or, behavior. I think it was a multitude of things that she was trying to convey to people to stop shaming women overall for being free and choosing to do and be who they want.
But did you take part in slut activities?
To find,
No, and I'm not saying it. Did you did you at some point say, I'm knocking this dude off because of his financial status?
So again, and if that's something, something that you're saying is slut behavior, what about men who knock off women because of their status or go after women sexually for their status? And I think it's because it's a double standard. They're not judged the same way.
But my thing is, I have no problem with sitting on here all day long and saying I was part of whore activities, which made me a whore.
Let you get a little sugar mama. Let you get a little taste of somebody who got a couple of dollars. You go, baby, you want me to rub your feet?
No, but I understand it. But I'm not gonna look at people and be like, hey, don't you shame me for this. I'm gonna go, yeah. I am. I know what I'm doing.
But it's not looked at like that with men, and I think that was part of the thing. Women don't go around saying you man whore for your behavior.
You do.
You because you done found you done found somebody to take care of you. Ain't nobody calling Michael Shawn.
Yes.
Look at him. He a little man whore over there with that lady with all that money.
But
he only with her because of the money.
But
he only laying with her because of the money.
I've been called that a couple.
But they have. But
But it's more prevalent for women.
No, I know it's more prevalent, but my
thing is, because for a guy, it's like, I am man whore.
It's a badge of honor for you, though. You see how you poked out your chest, you felt a little sturdy up top. It's a rites of passage for men, but it's shameful for women. And again, I think that was part of the essence of her whole mindset.
In circles of women, is it shameful? Like, do women sit around each other and do they feel shameful, or do they talk like?
I think women judge other women. I think based on, I think a lot of women who couldn't fathom dating a guy for what he has or whatever the reason outside of love. I'll say outside of love. There are women who be like, oh, she only with him because of this, or she only with him because of that. I could never. But going back to what she said about being in survival mode, there are women or young ladies who are, like I said, raised in that way to say security over love.
What up, Mayor?
And that is a big statement to me of somebody who's in survival mode.
All right, let me read some of these comments. Mr. Frost said, absence of positive man figures, no strong women in the home sets all these conditions up. James Evans from Good Times, father role needs to return. Shout out to my man, Amir Sealy. What up? Yes, ladies do. Sexy Mo, you ain't answer my question and you deflected. You did the political diversion. But
I'm sorry. What did I deflect on? I'm sorry.
But let me just get to this with the one thing I wanted to get on, because you said men look at it as a badge of honor. And I just want to give y'all a little insight. When y'all leave a hotel and y'all do the walk of shame, the so-called walk of shame that everybody, it's 4 o'clock in the morning, you still got the club dress on and you walking out, it's daytime outside and everything like that. Please don't believe, and this is my thing, this world is all based on perception. Don't believe that men haven't walked that same walk of shame in their head by themselves. Do not think.
You get out there looking around.
And you like, I did this again.
Hold on.
Go. So I want y'all who are watching to please don't believe every man is pounding their chest like I did that. When in actuality, you're driving home at 6 o'clock in the morning thinking, I can't believe I did that. Like what?
What was I
And we'll use
doing?
different words like that. You're like, I was wilding. But when you say you were wilding, you're basically saying you're disappointed in yourself. Like, why
Right,
did I
right.
get caught up in this shit again? It is the sickest feeling when you realize after the mission that happened, after the alcohol wears off, and after
Hell yeah.
everything wears off, and now you're walking to the elevator with this person, and you really, literally, you feel sick.
Woo.
Not because of
Yeah.
anything that person did. It has nothing to do with
Right,
that person.
right.
It has to do with you just when
Yeah,
that term.
yourself. Like,
Yeah,
damn, what am I doing?
what am I doing? And you risked it all.
Right,
Like you risked it. It wasn't no semi-risk. It was like let's see what really happens from this. And I think a lot of people don't see, and men don't talk about it. Like I actually, I say this on stage, and I'm not gonna say the way I say it. I actually have been in a situation where I could tell when the situation had ended, the person knew that this was a mistake, right? The person I was with knew it was a mistake.
Mhm.
And I could see the depression sit in, like I could see it kick in. Like, why would I fuck Michael Shawn? Why?
Yeah.
Why'd I do this? And I literally had to tell her, stop being hard on yourself. Like I literally had to encourage
Goddamn.
her and be like, yo, stop beating yourself up.
It's gonna be okay.
I've been there. I
You're not
know
the only one.
you're not the only one. I kind of feel the same way you feel right now.
Right.
So chances are neither one of us are gonna call each other again because we really and sometimes people call each other after that simply to make themselves feel better about what happened. And y'all might go out to coffee and have nothing to talk about simply because y'all want to justify.
Both of y'all just sitting there in y'all phones and everything.
Yeah, and you're like, yo, we got nothing in common. We should have never. Yeah, we should have never. Mo, he asked you, do you have a body count? Yes or no? I don't know if I asked Mo if she had a body. I thought if you had to be ashamed of your body count. Talking to yourself, I said I wasn't gonna do this anymore. And the men, go ahead. The men of the Takeover Legends are sharing now. Men only do the walk of shame if you cheated on, or the woman was a mud duck. No, cheating. You're right. You're right about that. But that's not the only reason.
Right.
That's not the only reason.
Yeah,
sometimes you just
but you still walking out like
yeah, you're disgusted. Like people, men feel disgusted about themselves too. Like there's certain things we're disgusted. Why do you think I stay out of circumstances? I like to stay out of situations. Like I joke a lot about being in bed by like 10 o'clock and why I don't run the streets, because I know the potential. If I'm too out in these streets, I will wind up at the Comfort Inn at 5 o'clock in the morning. And then I'm gonna hit myself with, you are 53 years old still doing this bullshit right here.
Right. That's that part. Yeah, like what am I doing?
Like everybody. Amir Sealy says super facts, Mike. Thank you. Amir know what it is. So women, please don't try and take ownership on that. Like y'all the only ones who have ever felt that feeling and be like, damn, I did it. I can't believe I did this with her again. I can't believe. It's sympathy and empathy. Yes, absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
We only do walk of shame until we get to the car and not seen. After that, we're good. Well, Mr. Fry, after that, we're good because we store it, we push it down.
Yeah, but then that gets even worse though, because then when you're in the car and you're silent and you're driving and you're thinking like, damn, I'm bugging. What am I doing? So I think that once you get to the car, it's worse because that's when you really get that reflection moment. Yeah, walking, you seeing people, you like, oh, I'm bugging. But once you sit down and you don't even start the car yet, and you quiet, you just sitting there in the parking lot like, nah, this can't be like, this can't be. I can't be doing this. Like, nah, so
this kid, I'm gonna order these Trump sneakers. That's the feature now.
Damn, did I just really pay this money for these sneakers? I'm bugging. I need food in the house. What am I doing?
I need food in the house. What did I just do? The rent is due in a few days.
Right.
And I spent this money on this situation. You start thinking of emotionally how disgusting it is, financially how irresponsible. You can't make up for this money now. I gotta book another show. Why? Because I done sat up here at the Comfort Inn till 5 o'clock in the damn morning.
Right. Yeah. Then you start checking your finances. That's when it really get worse. Like,
now you want to check your bank. You're checking your Bank of America app. No, don't check me now. Bank of America said, don't check it now.
We was only in the hotel for 30 minutes. Damn. I paid for a whole night.
Greg said my boy did the walk of shame, and then to the car when then the car wouldn't start. He called me at 3 a.m. to help him fix the car. Dude, you talk
Nah,
about
that's even worse. That's
and don't do that walk of shame and get pulled over by the cops when you're driving home. Now you like, why? I shouldn't even
oh
be
yeah,
here.
yeah.
I shouldn't even be out.
Calling her all kind of bitches.
Yeah.
Blaming everything on her.
Blaming
She's
it.
not even
Nothing
there.
has to do with your decision making. It has
Right.
nothing to do with your morals. It has nothing to do that you was like, I'm jumping out the window tonight. I don't give a damn.
Right.
Has nothing to do with them 7 double shots that you took. Has nothing to do with that. Now it's all about this chick. Thank you, Mike, for being so transparent. Miss Clark, you're welcome. I always try. So what lies? So what
Live
line
your
here?
life. Live your life.
So what? Live your life at 50. Yeah. But that's the excuse we'll be like,
Right, right.
I'm living my life.
Yeah, YOLO, you only live once.
You only live once.
Meanwhile, you're like, I'm a piece of shit. Dang.
That's how you try to justify the whole thing. I'm living. I'm out here living. No. There's a lot of things. We could have spent this money and went to the Sixer playoff game. We could have,
right.
I could have taken my kids out to eat, or me and the homies could have just went somewhere and just played spades.
Right.
And play cards or whatever like that. But at the time, we were like this. Let's get it.
That's when she inside the bathroom and everything, getting ready.
Yeah.
You out there in the hotel room. Drop and give me 10 push-ups real quick, you know?
She goes, I'm gonna take a shower real quick. Like,
no music playing, nothing. You dancing and everything.
You're all in, dog. You are all the way in. And then it goes down. Then the aftermath, you in the car to this.
Right.
Why'd I do this?
Right.
There was no reason, man. There's no reason to do this. And then you start thinking about the worst. What if this chick is pregnant?
Right. Yeah. That's the big walk of shame right there, damn it. That's that.
Let me see the comments.
No.
Why
Why didn't I stop and get the condom? I hope she don't got nothing. Damn. Yeah, I'm talking about we don't go through a walk of shame. Yeah, all right.
Walk of shame. We Googling the MD. What is the MD?
Right.
We Googling all symptoms for stuff.
Let me see if I got some extra penicillin at home.
Extra. Let's see if I got
right. I know I didn't finish that last bottle from that last incident.
When do you stop having fun?
Talking about men don't go through a walk of shame. Yeah, right.
Stacey Mitchell says, so when do you stop having that feeling? Go fall in love. Listen, what is it? Is there an exit off of 295 that says the go fall in love exit that I can just drive off, and then when I get there, I'm like, hey, been waiting for you. That go fall in love thing, boy. That go fall in love. Rashid, I'm glad you laughing. We just telling the truth right here. We just telling the truth. This is the facts. You guys are killing it with the ad-libs. Man, listen. Boy, that pain. Oh man, Stacey, falling in love right now is risky. Yeah, Miss Clark, let her know.
Mm-hmm.
Falling in love after 40? Shit.
Yeah.
Man, you gotta be kidding you. So Mike C. Chung, where did you keep the condoms in the car? Shit.
Sometimes didn't get them. Didn't know how bad she was and how much shots I had.
So,
Lord, be with me, God. I'm going in.
Duh. I say this on stage. I said one time, because I've been with some scandalous women. And I talked to God one time. And one time I just told God, I said, God, you ain't got nothing to do with this. I said, I deserve whatever I catch tonight. I deserve. I'm being real.
Oh, at this point, you're telling God, stay out of this. This ain't none of your business.
I don't want you to think I'm blaming you, God.
I appreciate everything you do for me, but this one,
I do. I have veered off. I'm walking away from the light. I veered off.
Right.
And I'm willing to take responsibility for this. Yet after the walk of shame, within a week, we plot on a sequel. Sometimes at a certain age, when you're in your 20s, you do. When you're in your 20s
Sometimes.
and 30s.
Because sometimes you don't even want to see that person again.
But I haven't had this situation. I haven't had that situation in a long time, and I don't want.
Oh
this
yeah, it's been a long time. Yeah.
I don't want that. I don't want that feeling. But it's the adrenaline rush. It's the adrenaline that kicks in when that other part of your brain just starts thinking like, "Yo, do you see her? She's gonna let it. She's gonna let it happen. She wants it to happen.
Right.
She's instigating it to happen." That's why, guys, I tell guys, if you're in a relationship, and see, John, you tell me if you agree or disagree. If you're in a relationship, this turned into a relationship Fridays, and you are trying to be loyal, and you are trying to be a committed individual, you, my friend, have to stay out of circumstances. Do not think your morals or your willpower will get you out of every situation. If you want to be loyal, you have to understand there are certain situations that you cannot bring yourself in more than once. If you got that pretty coworker who's always saying, "Hey, let's just we all going out, we're all going out to a happy hour," and then you go to the happy hour and that she seems to sit next to you. Now you're trying to be loyal. And she yipping and yapping and laughing too hard at your jokes. You can't
leaning on you and everything.
You touching on your shoulder. Oh, you're so funny, Michael Shawn. You're so funny.
You can never. You have to remove yourself politely if you want to be successful. You have to remove yourself politely from that situation, and you ain't got to be abrupt. You was like, "Yo, oh y'all, this has been great. Everything's good. My girl just texted me. We on our way. I forgot we got to have dinner. Even if you got to make up a lie, get out." Because if you go to another happy hour and you and this young lady, the pretty coworker, start giggling and laughing again, and she's still laughing at your jokes, and she's still, you just looking
because you know the more happy hours you go to, people dropping off. So if you get to that next one, it's just 3 of y'all, and then that extra third person, they.
I think I'm going to retire.
Yeah, I'm going to retire. Y'all about work, you know. Then now it's just y'all two. And
hold on. Mr. Fry says, "Man, y'all don't do quality jump offs. Alcohol must be one hell of a drug. Y'all don't do quality. What does that mean? Do quality jump
back
off?
In the day, yeah, like.
No, I mean, yeah, I mean, but if you about to do something that you know in your moral,
right, no matter how bad moral,
you know you're gonna have to do something to numb that voice and get the other voice louder. Numb the common sense voice that says, "Mike, we've been here before. There's no reason to do this again. The only way you numb that is, can I get."
All right.
Whatever it is that
quality
you're
jump offs don't take away morals. Like, she could be quality as hell. She's still a jump off. So that kind of brings your morals down if you have a girl or a wife, you know what I mean? So
interesting.
So that I don't know how we got to that, but we got to that. Here's the clip. I think this is the clip with Charlemagne. Real quick, I hate to go back, but here's the clip to Charlemagne on The View. Let me see if this is it. Let me see if this bad boy clicks in.
Reaching millions of listeners, and you and I've talked about this before. You endorsed Joe Biden back in 2020, but this time around you say you're not going to endorse anybody. Charlemagne, now is not the time, in my opinion, to sit this one out.
Yeah, I didn't say that. I never said I was sitting it out.
What you gonna do?
I'm definitely voting in November, but what I like to focus on is issues, not individuals. Like, you know, when
why not endorse?
Huh?
Why not endorse Biden?
Because if I'm sitting here telling my listeners that, you know, you have somebody out there who is a threat to democracy, you have somebody out there who said they want to, you know, suspend the Constitution to overthrow the results of an election. You saw this person, you know, try to lead an attempted coup of this country. And I'm telling people that this guy is a threat to democracy. Have you ever read Project 25? There's only 2 candidates out there. So if I'm saying that about this individual, the choice is clear, right? And I've seen y'all do this on The View before. I saw y'all do this to Killer Mike when he was on The View, and Killer Mike literally sat here and said, "Hey, you know, I supported Keisha Lance Bottoms. I supported Ralph Warnock. I supported John Ossoff, right, in Georgia." And he said, "You should support the people that I've supported. You should support the person who the people I've supported are supporting."
Okay.
That's y'all opportunity to say, well, clearly he's talking about President Biden. Why do y'all need us to say this if we don't feel comfortable saying it?
No, it's not that we need you to say it, but I think other folks need to hear, because one of the things I'm sorry, I just jumped you. I'm sorry, but one of the things that we've been talking about is the fact that getting facts out through the media seems to be very difficult.
I feel like I just spewed some facts.
Yeah.
Yes, but we need you to do it on your show.
Well, the reality is I think both candidates are trash. So but I am going to vote in November, and I'm going to vote my best interest, and I'm going to vote who I think, can preserve democracy. So if I think both candidates are trash and I don't feel like, endorsing one, would you rather me endorse an individual or endorse the fact that, hey, we need to go out here and protect democracy?
And by the way, I think it's incredibly powerful to use your platform just to draw the contrast. I actually tend to agree that I don't think an endorsement is somehow more powerful than reminding folks the other person tried to overturn our democracy. That breaks through. But I want to ask you, because you're kind of one of these.
All right, so they go on. There's one point where Whoopi is just like, basically like do him this favor. And I wanted to get, I couldn't edit it. And I'm like, I'm tired of us being asked for the favor.
Yeah,
the favor. There you go.
She said that.
But I don't know why. I don't know why she is so antiquated. But go ahead.
No, and then when a discussion, I hate to bring this discussion up because it's become a discussion where people roll their eyes. But when the discussion for African Americans of reparation comes upon, that's joked about and laughed about. It can never happen.
Right.
But when we need y'all, we need you Hispanics. We need you
to pop out
magically and come save the day. My other thing with the facts that she said, and Charlamagne does say facts on the show. I'm not saying Charlamagne is the end all be all. He does his part in giving the facts that he has.
And he's not a political correspondent.
Exactly.
Right.
And my thing with here's my problem. Whoopi's like, well, there's a problem with the facts being spewed out. That is Biden's campaign problem. If you see something, then if Project 25 is as disruptive and as crazy, and it is, and as scary as it is, why haven't y'all run this shit to the ground telling us about it? Why have y'all not continued to put this Project 25 in front of our faces so everybody can see it every single day? And why have you in your whatever campaign stop safe had, which I think they've been minimal for Joe Biden, tell them this is not what I'm telling you I think he's going to do. This is what he says he's going to do. And I don't understand. Like, I almost get, and this might get us kicked off YouTube. Mo, see, Chung, this might get kicked off. This might get us.
As long as it doesn't have a Diddy bounce in the background, I think we're safe. Go ahead.
I almost feel, I shouldn't say this. I almost feel like they know that they're going to rig this. And I ain't got no.
Who do you think they're going to rig it for? For Trump?
But I almost feel like the Democrats know that they have a way of winning this election in another way.
Well, technically, they do. If they finish up Trump's trial and he is found guilty, then that kind of eliminates that.
But you know what the scary part is? Let's say he's found guilty, and they say, even though I've heard different sides on he could run, he can't run, he could run. I've heard different versions of this. So, and once again, I'm not a political pundit either. I'm just somebody having a show with my friends that we do Tuesday through Friday. Yes. But my fear is if they ever said he can't run, if you thought the insurrection was bad, we're talking about, and I'm not exaggerating, this country will be lit on fire.
Yeah, it will be a civil war. Yeah,
I think it'll be
civil war.
So
all them militiamen and all that would take up their guns. Like
the coast, every guard in every state will be called. I think that we have I'm already scared, period, about election time and what's to come, because you already have people who have their own agenda, their own people ready, locked and loaded to just go. If things don't turn out in your favor.
Here has rallies all the time on him. Every Saturday where I live in Stone Mountain, and in Stone Mountain Park, the Klan, I think it started about a month ago. Every Saturday morning, they're out there you know, doing their Trump thing. And I'm like, damn, yo, if this dude loses this election, or if he gets found guilty, this might, like, I just went and bought 2 more guns, you know, like.
No, the minute you decided to move to a place called Stone Mountain, you knew there had to be clans somewhere. They was clans somewhere around there. I don't know what it is about Stone Mountain.
I can definitely feel you, see, Shawn.
Mountain is a Confederate
I grew up
monument.
next to a town called Cabot, Arkansas. And if you know anything about Arkansas, you know, it's heavily Ku Klux Klan is, you know, they march in parades. They've done
from there.
So Lady Q in her comment says a convicted felon can run for president, which is crazy because a felon can't vote, which is hilarious. But hey,
and
it's America.
Can't get certain jobs. So I don't know how you can get a job being a president, but you can't work at UPS or Fed. You know what I mean? Like,
but the thing is, if he has to do jail time, right? Which again, anything can happen on any given day. Because for sure, this is the first time in our history since we've been alive that an American president or past president has been put on trial like this in a federal investigation. So anything can happen. But I do believe that, like what C. Chung was saying, that this would incite or invoke to push the button on a civil war.
All right, it's Friday. Damn, it's Friday. All right, let me get onto this before we lose Mo. I want to get onto this. So I'm going to play one clip from comedian Gary Owen. Then I'm going to play Jaguar Wright. And this is more of, we're back on the R. Kelly thing leading to the Diddy thing. So this is an old Gary Owen classic clip that he said about R. Kelly.
R. Kelly, I ain't listen to his shit no more. He's deleted forever. 3 days later, I'm at a party. Step, side to side, bring it back. I went, oh shit! I ain't supposed to dance to this no more.
So that's one of his classics. He did that. A lot of us had our version, but Jaguar Wright made a point where she is now pointing the finger at us, the consumer, about R. Kelly. And here it goes.
Don't ever hold yourself responsible for the fact that every R. Kelly album you bought, every single, all the merchandise made it possible for him to cover the fact that he was raping Aaliyah.
There's a time when they walk on stage together and they dressed alike.
They made it possible for him to fucking do what he done to that girl.
Nobody said nothing too. Like,
that was the fucking goddamn fans. He was the first successfully corporately funded goddamn pedophile. And the fans made that possible. And they want to sit around and cry. You said that she did, but you still bought an R. Kelly record after she died.
That is like buying the Trump sneakers.
Yeah, it is. That is. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Jay. How many of y'all, somebody put up there earlier about buying the Klan's hood? I bet you anything that person that put it said either probably still got an R. Kelly or played something after he got convicted. So
I just heard I just heard R. Kelly music this week.
Right.
And I was definitely still doing this.
You funding a pedophile and funding a guy in jail for that compared to me funding somebody that's, you know, that's a loudmouth.
No,
don't doubt.
Wait,
you more worse.
Wait, Z-Jug. We're looking at a guy.
Wait.
You can't compare R. Kelly to somebody's trying to become a dictator of the most powerful country in the world.
But he's just allowed.
Like, I get what you're saying.
Compared to somebody that actually did it.
Well, Donald Trump.
Think R. Kelly's worse.
Donald Trump actually did lead an insurrection. He actually did. But I get what you're saying. But he's more than a loudmouth. He's probably the biggest threat to democracy that we've ever had. But I get what you're saying. So my thing is, do we take response? Now, if you've already bought, before this all came out, if you already bought the R. Kelly CDs, and they were CDs back in the day, I'm going to exempt you. I'm going to exempt you. Because when he said my mind's telling me no, but my body.
You had no idea. Yeah.
I didn't know. I hadn't seen a tape. I didn't know. And just by luck, I've never purchased an R. Kelly. I never wanted to have bump and grind in my car while I was driving by myself. I just never wanted. But I'm not saying he's an incredible artist. But that being said, if you have purchased or streamed any of the music of anybody who is being found guilty, do you take some responsibility? I'll go with Mo first. Do you think you hold some responsibility for that purchase?
State your question again.
If you streamed, obviously we're not going to buy CDs. You paid your streaming money, whatever streaming thing you're in, and you realize that every time I hit one of these artists, that their money's going towards them, or maybe it's not even going towards R. Kelly at this point. R. Kelly might not even be getting this money.
At this point, he owes so much restitution. He's not going to see a dime of anything that's pressed ever again.
But are you responsible for picking somebody that you know for a fact has been charged and is imprisoned for dealing with underage girls? Is some responsibility on your shoulders? Should you feel bad, for lack of a better term?
If I'm purchasing something or spending money after the fact, yes. But I also it's twofold, because when his music comes on, I didn't turn it off this weekend. It was nostalgic for me, and I was like, oh God, I remember when this came out, and I remember when this happened. So I didn't turn it off, because for me, I'm a lover of music, so I can separate the song. I can separate the song from the individual who did the action. Do I condone what R. Kelly did? Absolutely not. But I also am not going to deny that he was a musical genius. When it came to music. But I wouldn't go out and say buy his greatest hits album right now. If they put out a collector's item, one time only 1,000 copies made. Oh yeah, but if they said we're going to do a double discography of R. Kelly's greatest hits, and there's only 1,000 copies made, and you got to go get one, I wouldn't buy one.
So let me ask you this though: say if somebody had a recording from the studio, one of the reels or the DATs or whatever they were using.
Here go the memorabilia. Here go the memorabilia. Whore. Here he comes.
And this is the master copy of it. This is the one that they printed the CDs off of. And somebody said,
so you said master copy. Master copy means that people would have to pay you. Yeah, that means that people would have to pay you to sample.
Would you go some milk? Would you buy it after now? Would you buy it now?
I just said, baby needs some milk. Baby needs some shoes.
Thank you. All right.
but in all seriousness, I mean, I get your mindset, because you are an actual collector. And you probably collect on a different premise than most people. But for me personally, I would not. I would start thinking about. I think it would be in my mind like, well, when he was recording this, because the masters has everything in it. It has all of the raw, uncut. If you're saying from the reel to reels, all the things that were said in the studio, or run that back, and then if somebody says, Aaliyah was in the studio that day and he did XYZ, that would be like to me.
So real quick, I gotta go back, because we were talking, and we're gonna stay on this topic. We're talking about Donald Trump. If he went to jail, could he wouldn't be able to run? Well, Lady Q says an imprisoned person can also run, and they've already fumbled that case. Okay. And then she says that literally how I act when I actually sing one of his songs. And
that would be this weekend.
I don't honestly
that walk of shame, like, damn, what am I doing?
It's a walk of shame. What am I doing?
Right. What am I doing singing R. Kelly?
It's like I was gonna say twofold, but it's like 12-fold. No pun intended. But it's 12-fold, because these songs get played at weddings, and people line dance, and they're young girls line dancing to the song to the guy who prayed on young girls.
And oddly enough, my son, one of his favorite songs is Trapped in the Closet. I don't know how he got a hold of it. It's not from his era. It's not even in his purview. And he said, so he Googled it, and he started watching all of the videos for Trapped in the Closet. And then came asking me questions. It's like in so many parts. And then he started asking me questions.
But like you
about
said, he was a genius. He was a
yeah,
genius. So I
and
can
so
see
and
this,
that's what I'm
you
saying.
know,
The
like
music, like the musical part, my son loves music. So for him, it was just like, Mom,
this is amazing. Like,
you
you
know
know,
the
to put
song
a
Trapped
play
in the
into music.
Closet? But they did call him the Pied Piper, didn't they?
But yeah, they did, and nobody caught on to that. Like the great actor, and I call him a great actor. He is a great. Kevin Spacey has a documentary coming out about him and his targeting and grooming and all the things he did to young men on actual movie sets, and I think it's about to drop very soon.
Wait, that he's putting out himself?
No, they're putting out about him.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. All right.
Because remember, he famously
Thank you, boy.
told he famously told everybody in Hollywood, if I go down, everybody goes
Everybody
down,
else is going with me.
going down
Yeah.
with me. And then he caught another charge in the UK, which I was like, God got a funny way of just saying, okay, keep playing with me. So you like,
Nick has a good comment.
Do I watch these movies? Craig said, first of all I call bullshit. He was surrounded by lawyers, managers, security, his label, her parents. Those people are enablers. And he wasn't the first. Elvis, yes, Marvin Gaye and others came before R. Kelly. And that was what I was gonna say. It seems like we will universally cancel somebody without calling it cancel. Before the cancel culture, you stop messing with them. Like when radio took all of Chris Brown's songs off across America, all the radio stations took his music off.
Yeah.
And at that point, I was like, but just think about this. And they're gonna say they didn't know. We took all the Chris Brown songs off, but we're still playing Diddy songs.
All right.
And Diddy's songs are so like, you know, he's the king of samples. So it's like commercials, all different types of things, movies that you would have to take his songs out of.
But the crazy thing I had, and the other thing I was saying was, we're taking the Chris Brown songs off, but we're gonna keep the songs that have rappers talking about what they're doing to women on a regular basis. But we can play those songs.
Slipping Molly's and people drink.
Right.
Like we can do all this. We can play these songs, but because we saw the graphic pictures of Rihanna, we won't play him. But it's okay to Jay-Z tell you how many he done knocked off and all the other. That was cool. I always thought that was interesting because I don't think there's an answer to it. I think sometimes we overrate.
I think it's up to the person. Yeah.
Let me see.
I love doing it.
I think it depends on how much rent you owe. Meaning, like I think that if you pissed off the wrong person, or you know, it's something ain't go right, they push that secret little button, and your life is just coming to a crumble.
All right, so Mr. Fry said, what we don't know about an artist's unknown skeletons at the time of his music is out, has nothing to do with supporting his crimes. That's a false equivalency. I said if you didn't know at the time.
Yeah. We talked about afterward. We said afterward.
Yeah, I said I'm saying now that you know that it's out. Look, y'all can say what y'all want. Mike Tyson's about to fight Jake Paul. And millions of people are going to pay to watch it. And Mike Tyson went to jail for what?
Right.
Now there's a lot of sketchy stuff that went on with that. I get, but if you guys are literally gonna tell people don't listen to R. Kelly, but y'all gonna have a fight party to watch Mike Tyson and Jake Paul.
And Mike is loved by America now. I ain't even think about that.
Well, I'll tell you somebody else who's loved by America, Elvis.
Yeah,
Elvis is as American staple as apple pie is, and baseball is to America. And right now, you know, he started dating Priscilla at 13. And the funny thing is, you know, his mansion is up for repossession auction right now, and you know everybody gonna scramble to buy that.
Oh,
that's an American heritage.
If his granddaughter doesn't prove, you know, her fraud case or whatever against her mother in the bank or whatever. But needless to say, y'all support that, and I bet you anybody who could put their hands on Graceland is going to do it. So does that mean that they're supporting a pedophile?
Richie Valens? Was it La Bamba?
Yes.
In the movie, that girl, was damn near a little girl, and no, mommy,
Yeah.
I want to go with Richie or whatever, you know.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
the
yeah.
pop was like, what? Like,
And Woody
don't
Allen, you know,
stop.
and if
Like,
you want to go to somebody who's still living, Woody Allen, he married his own
right.
adopted
Stepdaughter,
daughter, or whoever she was, stepdaughter, adopted daughter. And they're still going strong.
right, and still together in
They're
the
still
movie.
together.
Like,
So
Yeah,
what do we do with those people?
I have no idea. Mr. Fry says Mike Tyson served his time for a crime. Don't we give felonies second chances after
get out of here, man. Rape,
after
you
his
know.
time is done? I didn't say I wasn't gonna watch the fight. I was just giving you
Right.
like where do we draw the line on who we support? And like you said, he gets a second chance. So if somebody goes to jail, when they come out, when R. Kelly comes out, if he ever gets out, let's just say he gets out early and he goes on a tour, I have a funny feeling that there's going to be a lot of sold out arenas.
There will be.
Just because you serve your time, that
there's
don't
one
mean
at
you
my
get
door, and
forgiven.
I gotta go.
Oh, you got to get out of here?
The cops are knocking at my door again. Yes, I gotta
they're
go.
knocking at your door. All right,
yes,
girl.
they are. Literally.
Have a good weekend. Have a good weekend.
All right,
Sexy
well.
Mo, ladies and gentlemen. Sexy Mo.
Hasta.
Yeah, it's a dilemma.
But that was what you was about to say with the Kevin Spacey thing, watching his movies. That's a good point there, because he hasn't been found guilty or nothing yet, right?
No, but there's a case that's going on in the UK. It happened, these cases, if anybody's been part of the court system, it just drags on. A parking ticket could drag on if you want to fight it. Like, it just drags on. But he got caught up with something in the same vein as what he was taking part in Hollywood. So now they got basically what was the name of the R. Kelly thing they did on Lifetime? Surviving R. Kelly. Well, they got a surviving. Yeah. Basically, they got a surviving Kevin Spacey that somebody just said is already out on the ID channel.
ID channel, yeah.
And to the Mike Tyson people who don't know how close I follow boxing, I realized there was a lot of sketchy stuff that went on, and I realized he didn't even have the type of lawyer he had was actually a tax lawyer that Don King got him to actually defend him.
Damn.
But to be fair, Mike Tyson, out of his mouth, I will find the quote and get it, said, "I didn't do what they said I did. I went to jail for other things that I did." And he was basically saying, Karma, I did other things.
Yeah, Mike said it. Mike said he was a vicious, evil person. Like,
yeah, the selective outrage is over. Have a good weekend, Mo. Let me see what we got. And he's still making money. Listen, we're human beings. We pick and choose, people.
All right.
We pick and choose who we forgive. We pick and choose for different reasons. Sometimes because you're close to that person. Sometimes because you make a lot of money because of that person. Sometimes because that person can lead you in your career, can benefit you. And people can say it's slimy or whatever. Human beings have the capability of doing some slimy shit. And they also have the capability of being beautiful people. We all, in every person watching and putting a text message, you have the ability in you to do some bad things. And if you choose to do the better, God bless. But we will choose. I say it all the time. People, when they like something, will overlook so much. And when you love something, they'll overlook. Why do you think Jay Black gets so mad at me when I put hip hop on trial? Because for Jay, if I describe the same thing about a person, a white person, or in a white industry, if I describe the same thing that I describe in hip hop, Jay Black would be led. You're right. But because of his love for hip hop, he's like, nah, it's not their fault. It's the parents' responsibility. It's this responsibility. And I get it because I love hip hop too.
Like LaShawn said, selective outrage.
It's always going to be that. Like OJ. Like OJ. Like, listen, people, if you are, well, he was found innocent of that crime.
Yeah. I'm about to say, different.
He was found innocent. But that's my thing. There are people who you can't subtract. Like, dog, I hosted a party with OJ and Shaquille O'Neal All-Star Weekend, and there were still people. And this is when the Sixers went to the finals. That weekend, they had Beyonce and Destiny's Child got booed for wearing the jerseys. and the All-Star game was in Philly. So I guess that was
Oh
90.
yeah.
That was 97 or 98.
98. Yep. Yeah, I remember that.
So think about it. It ain't even 2000 yet. This is fresh off the case. And people were still taking pictures of all races. We're sitting on OJ's lap taking pictures. I saw it.
That was fresh.
I saw him shut down traffic on South Street, sitting in that in that drop top, and people asking for autographs. I can't call it. And we can go around and forth and bark at each other, but hey, we decide. We always decide but you got to decide for yourself. Karma found innocent of that crime, but went to jail for getting his things back. Karma. Yeah, I don't think that's karma. There was a lot of irony in that. If you watch that documentary, there was a lot of irony that went on. It was bad decisions that he made, but it was
how
pretty.
He got his things back.
Even on the date that he was actually given his sentence, it was the anniversary of the trial that he got off. They literally was on the same date.
Well, they know what they was doing.
I'm not fighting that fight. All right, let me see what we got before I jump on out of here and start my twins prom day. We got Jaguar.
Oh, that's today.
Yeah, that's today. We got oh, okay, y'all. So y'all know I've been complaining, and the WNBA, y'all, I'm watching y'all. Y'all got a big opportunity to sell tickets. We got the Caitlin Clark, you got the Angel Reese, and you got a bunch of other storylines that I said y'all can't say that this product can't be promoted when the girls basketball team during the tournament was cracking records on how many people watched it. So now they handed you this over. So I was thinking, see, different ways they could market it. I think the problem was they wanted to market it the way the NBA markets the NBA. But how can you market something that's already established and then market something that's not established the same way? You got to have a different vibe. There got to be something else to it.
Yeah.
Well, they got some drama now, homie. Let me just show you this clip of what's going on in the WNBA. This is on the Bible. It's from TikTok. Right here.
The WNBA is a league that has players playing against each other that used to sleep with each other. They have players playing against each other that are currently sleeping with each other.
Got your attention, didn't I? Got your attention now. Now we're talking.
They have a league of players that are trying to sleep with each other. And this unlocks a level of drama that no other league has. And it was on display during the Sun Fever game the other night. What appears to be a very routine block by DeJohnny Carrington turned into a viral moment in the WNBA because the woman who pushed her teammate back from talking back to DeJohnny Carrington is actually DeJohnny Carrington's ex. So after DeJohnny blocked, she was talking to the crowd saying, "Get that out of here, get that out of here," which is awesome. And Erica Wheeler right here sees it, gets up, and starts to talk back to DeJohnny. But then Nalissa Smith, DeJohnny's ex, who, by the way, these two were not on good terms, it appears. They were not following each other on Instagram until this pushback. She sees her teammate talking trash to her ex, but for some reason walks up to her and pushes her back. And as you can see, Erica Wheeler was not feeling it. She pushes her hand away like, don't you worry about me. That's your ex. I'm talking trash to your ex. Watch, she pushes her hand back. Now, this is something that is not available in any other league. All right?
Okay. When he
and
said,
did you see what she did to her when she pushed her hand away, her own teammate's hand?
Yeah. She pushed it. He said, this is only available in this league. There's no other league that this is available in. No, it isn't available in other leagues. Y'all just don't want to understand that it's available in other leagues. Y'all still in denial that this ain't going on in the NBA. But okay, we'll proceed.
Pause.
Just to quickly recap, DeJohnny Carrington used to date Nalissa Smith while they were both at Baylor. Now, DeJohnny plays for the Sun, and Nalissa plays for the Fever. They are exes. They kind of had a little messy breakup. They unfollowed each other on Instagram. But after the game, they refollowed each other. And then after the game, DeJohnny tweeted, as she should, in reference to Nalissa pushing back her teammate, Erica Wheeler, as Erica was talking trash to DeJohnny. This also isn't the first interaction they've had this year.
We got more. We got more, yo. We got this is so juvenile. I shouldn't even be playing this.
Watch this. That's
I
Nalissa.
never
That's
even thought
DeJohne.
about
And she
this.
picks up DeJohne. They're both kind of smirking. And DeJohne walks away. There's Nalissa. And they continue to show Nalissa. And as she's watch her right now, she's gonna smile as she's talking to DeJohne, and she's smiling a little bit, and so is DeJohne. Now imagine this in reality television form. Put it on.
All right.
Yo, oh, shit. Damn, why you playing this now, man?
Yo.
Yo. I don't know why I never thought about this. Like, yo.
Caitlin's starting to get her footing together. Stacey Mitchell said they're not passing Caitlin. She's starting to get her footing together. She's starting to kick in. I know America wants to hate that girl. She's nice with it. And it's only been 5 games and she's starting to warm up. Okay. That's one of them little chicks. You might want to leave her alone. Probably shouldn't call her a chick.
She gonna be a Steph Curry.
Yeah, she's gonna be a problem. And
she
he is saying her
realizing
name.
everything.
He's saying her name wrong. Sorry about that. So anyway, back to the point. Is this a dilemma?
This might that's possible to end the WNBA.
or
I'm mad at her right now.
Or does it bring in more fans, the reality show fans, the housewives of whatever, love and hip hop fans who start going, oh, they got little situations going on.
Yeah, I wonder if they can play off of it. Damn.
Like, can you imagine if a couple breaks up and they're on opposite teams and they break up and they break up under very harsh terms? It's not a happy breakup.
Soap opera.
And now they got to play each other.
Damn.
God,
this might be a you know how they do that HBO does that before the football season, the
Inside
Hard
the
Knock
NFL?
Life or whatever.
Oh, Hard
Hard
Knock
Knock Life. They could turn that into a reality show.
Hard Knock Life.
They could follow the 2 players around.
Wait a second.
You might be on to something here. Hey, I got cameras ready. Let me know.
What? You start having footage of women yelling at each other on the phone. F you then.
Right. And then they at the game Saturday, looking at each other.
I see you in Seattle. I'm here. You know where I'm at. I'm in Seattle. I'm here.
You might be on the side. Let's stop talking about
this. This, my friends.
That could be a TV show.
I don't even know what to say. Like, I'm speechless. I don't even know. Like, if you're a coach and you're like, yo, did you just push your teammate?
Yeah. Or did you just pick her up off the floor? Like what?
Yeah, did you from the back? You picked her up like
right.
like she was your teammate? Like, can we talk about something real quick?
Yeah, this might get
And you know the WNBA trying to shut this down. You know they trying to shut this because oh man,
this can go. And you know, women, y'all have y'all emotional a little more quicker than guys. You know, I could see.
C Chunk said that. I didn't. C Chunk said that. He said that.
Let me explain it though, because you go pick a woman up off the court, you know, and then you go to to your bench, and the coach is like, "Did you just pick her up?" And then the other player now, well, you need to mind your business. You don't know what you know what I mean? You know, like.
Afro Queen said we late. Afro Queen said we late. It has happened already. Well, tell us the names. Let us know the players.
Yeah. So I can go back and watch them on the court now.
So I can YouTube to see where the friction is at. They wanted it. He should like this will further discredit the NBA. That's why it hasn't come out in the NBA, WNBA, the backlash. Now, let's be clear.
That's what I'm saying. This possible could either take it down or propel it, you know, because like you said, Mike, you know, a lot of people, them loving hip hop fans, them real house
like the drama.
Fans. Yeah.
They might like the drama. And let me tell you something. This is why listen, I know what y'all gonna say. This is why Dwight Howard's not in the NBA. It's not because he can't play. Dwight Howard can still be a very serviceable player. Trust me. Most teams would love to have the white, but because of the scandal that popped off, because the NBA doesn't want you to open the Pandora's box. Because when that dude said this is something you can only get in WNBA, saying relationships between the players, oh no, it's not.
Right.
And that's why Dwight Howard was escorted out that league quick on some old, no, we're good, homie. Because we don't want to know who else. Who else
NBA, they're too tight lipped on that.
What the coaches and owners saying. I don't know what the coaches and owners, I don't know what can they say, like the WWE, but that's the WWE, which I say is the most honest sports league in America. The WWE is, to me. Fry said this is BS, bullshit, and far reach going to the right wing. And only story here is he is given podcasting a bad look, creating stories where there is none. Okay, Mr. Fry, you sure?
I don't know. He backed up a lot of everything he said.
He put out the tweets.
Yeah,
I'm not saying it's true. I'm just saying, listen, I made
I think it is true. I think they were in a relationship, right?
I don't know.
And
That's why I was being sarcastic when I say I got it from the Bible called TikTok. That was sarcasm. That was me being sarcastic. I don't know. We don't know none of this. We don't know what's true. Afro Queen. Now, Afro Queen said, okay, you want something? I'll give it to you. This has been going on in the W since the beginning. The league would never promote it. Ooh, okay. All right, Afro Queen. And Afro Queen said it was definitely true.
Yeah, I don't think he can make that up because that's something you could easily Google too and see. So,
Afro Queen said this is definitely true.
She said, "Shit, half the whole the Connecticut team was dating each other."
Ooh, wait a second, y'all ladies gotta chill. Y'all gotta chill.
That's another one too. If they on the same team in relationships and they
y'all
going through beef, like, bitch, I ain't passing you the ball. Get out of here.
Yeah, they going through beef. And what if there's some infidelity that goes on with another girl on the team, and that turns into a whole. Listen, the Dallas Mavericks, they try and deny it, but they had to break up a whole team because allegedly Tony Braxton, what was the name? Jamal Mashburn and the light-skinned dude played on there. Jason Kidd, and I forget I can't think of his name. And there was a rift that happened allegedly over them fighting over Tony Braxton. They had to break the squad up. Now, they say it wasn't. They say that was a non-story. Okay, if that's what y'all say, we believe you. I'm just saying the story was out there. So this league ain't the only league that had these type of situations. It goes down.
Damn, that's crazy though. But yeah, you just put something in my head. That's crazy.
Oh my God. I don't know. I don't. Hey man, everybody. Have a great Friday. Have a great Friday, man. Just have a great enjoy your Friday. Enjoy your Memorial Day weekend. We didn't even do any Memorial Day stuff. I got my twins, Akela and Autumn, got their prom today. I got to pick up my cousin. And
Atlanta Carnival starts today.
Atlanta Carnival starts, so I guess that's going to be crazy. Memorial Day weekend and Atlanta Carnival in the same weekend. That's going to be, that's going to be a problem. So there's a chance C-Chung could be walking that walk of shame that we talked about.
I'm heading there right after this. Look, right now, and this is live. This is going on in the Parkway right now. They now setting up out there.
Yo.
As soon as I leave here, that's what I'm doing.
Yeah, C-Chung is going to be doing the walk of shame at 5 o'clock in the morning. He's going to be going to his car. Why'd I do that again?
Then I got a DJ tonight. I might throw on some R. Kelly, you know? I'm toxic all day today. Toxic Fridays, baby.
He's going to have on his Trump sneakers. He's going all the way, yo. He's going all the way with it. He's going all the way.
Might throw on my Diddy shirt, you know?
Diddy's got a Diddy shirt on. Oh, my God. This guy.
Toxic Friday, baby.
Toxic Friday. Yo, before we go, at my job that I work at, because I sometimes I'm so miserable at jobs that I gotta think of things so people can have fun, like the workers.
Right.
So we started this thing. I should have never started this, and it was my fault. We started this thing called Racist Fridays, right?
Oh, shit. Damn. I thought he was gonna say some kind of game or something.
So it's inappropriate Tuesdays, racist Fridays,
What the fuck?
sexual
Y'all sound
Saturdays.
like y'all sound like y'all need a camera up there.
We do. No, we do need to have a camera.
It sound like The Office, damn it.
But when I started the Racist Fridays, it wasn't because I wanted to be racist. It's because I wanted to be able to complain about a customer. And I knew that people were going to think I was complaining because the customer might be a certain race. So before I would say it, I'm like, listen, before y'all, this is not about the race. But listen, it's Racist Fridays. I have a complaint. So we all go to the back and we'll give our little complaints to each other. But Racist Fridays is taking a life of its own, yo. Like it's
made a whole different turn, huh?
Yo. And the funny thing is, Racist Fridays literally doesn't start till the second half. So I work 2 shifts. I work in the morning, then I come back and I work in the afternoon to night, right? So the night crew is the one that embraced it heavy because they're the younger crew, right? Dog, Racist Fridays has gotten so bad, and I would never name any names, that we have given passes to certain people to say certain things. Like, if you want to partake.
Yo. Yo, there definitely needs to be a camera up there. So wait, y'all give the end pass?
Yes. And I'm not the one who did it.
Yo.
But
I'm not the asshole I am. I would partake in this.
Yo. But I'm not the one who gave the pass, because who am I as a Puerto Rican to get the pass on the N-word? It was the other black dudes that were like, yo, we're going to take a vote. We're like, what? What we vote for? Mike, come take a vote. I said, you sure you want me to vote? He was like, yeah, we're going to take a vote. Should we give the pass to so-and-so? All in favor.
Oh my God. Yo, I would love to see this. You niggas are crazy. Oh, shit. You got a customer, nigga. You know?
Well. And that's the other thing, because we got customers, so we can't play the game while the customers are there.
Right.
So once
y'all in the back room.
once the last customer leaves and we get a break and the door makes the noise, it's like a free fall.
God, you niggas are worthless.
And you got to realize, we got white people working there. We got Indian people working there. We got me, the Puerto Rican, working there. We got women working there. We got men working there. We got gay guys working there. So we have an onslaught of stuff that is
crazy. Damn.
Dog, it is so funny. Dog, there are times when I'm crying, like I'm trying to pack something, and I'm like, yo, y'all gotta chill.
Just me thinking about it, I'm crying. So that's why I said I would love to see this shit. Damn.
Somebody will come back and be like, yo, there's a black girl with a big butt. I'm sure you black guys want to go out and look at her. What?
Bringing in watermelon on Fridays and shit. Bringing in chicken with no kind of flavor, no seasoning, everything. Yeah. Oh, y'all would have to tell me to chill. All right, yo.
No, it gets to the point where I'm like, yo, and we can't. And this is the funny thing. And then I got to get out of here. This is the funny thing. I said, y'all do know, and it's gonna happen soon. They're gonna hire a new employee, and there's no way we can play this game. There's no way we can't. Like, the game will end. Like, we can't play the game. We can't explain to a new person.
Like, yeah, this thing we do on Fridays where there's no boundaries on race, So guess what, nigga? You know what I mean? Tag, you're it, nigga. You know what I mean? They're like, well, what the fuck is going on in here? Like, yo. You got it, Punjabi. You know what I mean?
Yo. Dog.
Yeah, that person won't even be back Monday. Like, nah,
dude, I'm gonna just tell you like this. There's a certain race of people that literally wear slides with no socks on all year long. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
It don't matter if there's snow on the ground. They coming in
They gonna wear it.
with some slides with no socks. No socks, just straight
and some
feet.
shorts on. Oh,
And
yeah,
some
yeah,
shorts,
yeah.
just straight feet.
Oh, I know who you're talking about now.
And in the comments.
Oh, shit. Damn. Yeah, I know that's got to be fun on Friday. I would come in locked and loaded. I'd be ready.
Yeah, I'll be in a bad mood sometimes on a Friday, and then they'll remind me, and it'll liven me up. Like I'm like, yo, it is. It's Racist Fridays.
Yo, y'all done really tagged it as a holiday.
Who does that?
Happy Racist Friday.
Happy race. Oh, inappropriate Tuesdays is good too. Inappropriate Tuesdays.
Inappropriate
Oh,
Tuesday.
inappropriate
But
Tuesdays.
Mike, you made these up, though. That's the funny shit. Oh shit. So you got these kids in there becoming racist and shit. He was like, damn, I never really looked at the Indian like that. But yeah, Aki, can I get a cheese sandwich with chopped cheese in it?
And the funny thing is that we have an age range of people in their 60s, 70s, in their 20s.
And they partake too?
And they partake. So the young boys, the young people, they don't change their lingo. So sometimes I gotta translate what that meant. Like they don't even change their lingo. They just go for it. They don't even change it.
Oh shit. Yo, oh man. One time, just hide your phone, yo. And put it on record, please, yo, and just show it to me. You know what I mean?
So there's one dude. If we were in our 20s, see, we would hang out with him. Like he would be part of the crew, right?
Right.
So he got this thing. There was a rapper, a young rapper. I can't think of the name. I can't think of I don't know.
A white kid.
Just think of give me a young rapper name. Just give me a young rapper that's popping right now. Just I don't know. Is Young Thug, Lil Baby,
Little Baby, yeah.
All right, let's say Little Baby, right? So if there's a bad young girl that walks in and I'm taking, like she's coming and I'm about to take care of her, I have to say, this is not the rapper. I have to say, yo, did you get them tickets for the Lil Baby concert yet? And that's his cue to come walking out.
To come in. What the fuck is going on? Yo, Mike, you grooming these kids wrong. Yo, you know what's gonna be happening 5 years from now. Escaping Michael's. All these kids gonna get together.
But they all like 22, 23, yo. So when they want to call me, when they want me, when an older person comes that they think is fine, they're like, yo, Jay-Z. They'll say something.
The Jay-Z tickets?
Did you get the Jay-Z tickets?
Mike looking out there like, oh, let me see what she look like.
One time I forgot, and I was like, yo, Jay-Z ain't on no tour. Oh, my bad. I got it. What you need? Can I get your number?
Jay-Z ain't on tour.
Jay-Z ain't on tour.
Surviving Michael Shawn. I can see them all now. All these kids sitting there. Well, it was a guy we had at the job. You know, his name was Michael Shawn. He's the one that exposed me to racism, and you know, I started this thing, and I joined skinheads, and you know. So, what led you to become a skinhead? You know, and start a South Jersey area.
But you do understand the most racist stuff that comes out of people is not from the white employees.
It's not all the minorities.
It's from all the diversity. All the diversity there. Everybody. My dude is hilarious. All right, y'all. I should have said this earlier so Mo could have heard it. All right. Love me for who I am, not who you want me to be, because I can never be that. And understand there's only one thing in life that's guaranteed. It will end. So enjoy every minute, every second. You fight for everything in life. Fight for your happiness. Never let anything, any person, any situation take that from you. For Jay Black, C Chung, Sexy Mo, my twins, happy prom night. If you have a young person that's going on a prom, please make sure they're safe. Everybody be safe, young people. I even got to tell you a story.
Ton of pictures.
Yeah, and well, I'll have a ton of pictures to the point where they already know that they're gonna be annoyed with me. They already know because I like doing videos, I like doing interviews, and they
yeah. There you go.
and they be mad. I'm like, you don't understand. You're gonna look back on this in 20 years. I sound like my mom and dad.
Love it.
And you're gonna love it.
Love it.
You're gonna thank me. They're like, well, we're not thanking you now. Don't follow us to the car. Don't follow us to the car. All right. See, I'll see you on Tuesday. We're gone in.
Michael, Shawn, and the Takeover Legend, where the truth hurts, but also makes you laugh.
Baby,